Hello, everyone. You're welcome to this daily Forex forecast and trading overview for the week ahead. My name is Sunday, your host, and if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do. Just pause the video as you are beginning to watch it. Pause the video, subscribe. It does not cost you anything. That is the only support you can render by subscribing. Okay, it won't cost you anything. You can subscribe from your phone, your PC, anything, provided it's a gadget. So thank you so much. Yes, let's dive into this the technical analysis. I call it daily forex forecast and trading overview. Because as a trader, before the week starts, all the data, the past data for the week, you have to go through them, all right, analyze them for you to be able to plan on your decision for the next week ahead. So on GDP USD, now we are going to be analyzing right now. We can see from on Monday on the 7th of April or around 7 p.m. UTC, all right, the Europe time, you see price, there was a push to the downside, all right, here he rejected, all right, then he came down to this point, all right, then he created what we call double top. Market is not perfect. When they are saying double top, don't just think the candlestick must be the same, pointing down the same height. No, it's not perfect. That is the experience about trading. An experienced trader should know that this is what? A double top. A double bottom, sorry. A DB, where I use the word DB, is double bottom. He created a double bottom. Then, for us to confirm that the change of trend has taken place, he pushed and break this neckline. All right. Once the neckline is broken, we say change of character. And price got here. You see a little push to the downside. Then price came here. This was a real retracement before price started going to the upside. And now that price has gotten to this place, what happened? He has created again this resistance level he has created. Once when price got here, he pulled back a little. What he's supposed to do as a bullish sequence to continue, he was supposed to stop here. After this, a little retracement, he was supposed to break this resistance and continue pushing to the up. But what now happened? He created a double top, DT, double top. All right. And once you see price created a double top, we should know that it's a reversal pattern. A bullish momentum is now reversing to become bearish. All right, so a double top is a bearish reversal, while a double bottom is a bullish reversal. Now, as a smart and experienced trader, we now saw that price has created a double bottom. Now, do you need to jump in? No, you don't need to jump in. That is one thing about trading. An experienced trader, you need to watch event because there's a neckline here. Because he came down, he stopped here, he pushed to the upside, he stopped, he created double tops. Now you watch for it to break this neckline. All right. Now that price started coming down, he broke this neckline, right? He broke this neckline. But remember, here, this is what? The last break of structure. This is the last break of structure. Now that he has broken the neckline, all you need to do is wait for price. You see, he pushed to the upside, he stopped here he stopped here. He did not give us any entry. He came down, he stopped again. He went up a little to take out liquidity here. Did he push to the upside? No. He pushed down again. You see, he now started going over and then he stopped here. All right. So now, until this level is taken, because right now you cannot see the price is coming down. If you scale down to 1 hour, all right, you scale down to 1 hour, you can see the price came down to this place, but did it take out this support level? No, it has not violated this support level. All right, this is just what we call market shift. All right, until this support level is violated. All right, if you just want to catch a little move to come down, okay. Until this support level is violated, my brothers and sisters, my fellow traders, please don't just jump in. Be patient. Uh, let price action tell you what he wants to do next. All right, because in trading, you need to exercise patience. You need to develop discipline. All right. Now that he has created a double top, yes, it's a sign of reversal. Fine. If you had entered from here, okay, no problem. You have gotten some pips. All right, now you wait after a double top like this, and the neckline is broken. What you need to wait for is what a retest. All right, let's wait for a retest of this level. Let's wait for a retest of this level. Once you get a retest of this level, just be patient. No matter what price is doing, just keep your hands off your system, on it. Let price be doing what he wants to do. Because he can continue all this thing, do all this drama, then he can push again to the upside and break this level. What happens in the forex market is that there's what we call law of supply and demand. All right. If the buyers are more, all right, price will keep going higher. If the sellers are more, price will start coming down. Let's look at it in a physical, a market example. If you have a particular product in the market and about 100 people sells that same product, but 10 or 15 people just came to the market to buy that same product, what will happen? Sellers will be forced to reduce the price because there are no buyers. All right? Then what happens? The price will come down. Now, if reverse is the case, that we have fewer sellers, then plenty buyers with few products, the sellers will increase the price. Then that means the price will keep going higher. That is the law of demand and supply, and that is what influences trading. So don't say because he has created a double top, you just jump in and believe, oh, you are going to follow this thing down. It's in fact automatic is going to reverse. No, it does not work that way. You have to calm down. Let price come back to retest this level. Yes, we know that this double top is a bearish reversal. Now, wait patiently to make sure that price come back to retest this level. Then what you now need to do after the price has come to this level, all right, it might wick above but close below it. All right, it might get to this place or it get very close. All right, then all you need to wait for is an entry confirmation. An entry confirmation simply means you have to look for candlestick patterns like a um, like a pin bar, a rejection bar, all right? A rejection bar, a rejection candle. A candle that will get to this point, you now see a rejection, all right? It might push a little above it, then you now see, before it closes, there will be a rejection. You see a rejection, you know pin bar. You see it rejecting from there. Okay, after the rejection, then you want to see opposite candle, a bearish engulfing candle, all right, that will engulf the previous candle. Or another form of pattern that you will see here that will give you a confirmation is an evening star. An evening star forms always at the top of a resistance. Now, an evening star comprises of three candlesticks. Number one is a bearish candle, because a bullish candle, because it has been going up. It got to that level, all right, it rejected. Then an indecision candle. That indecision candle, meaning that the buyers and the seller, they are indecisive. No one is in control at that moment. That is the time where they will decide either the buyers want to start pushing again, or sellers will now step in to push. It's a moment of indecision. All right? That is what dodgy candle signifies. Then the third candle will now be a bearish candle, a bearish engulfing candle that will now engulf the previous candle. And once you see that, that bearish engulfing candle, once it closes, the next candle is your entry. Enter and have peace. The next thing you need to do is for you to target the next support level. All right. So as far as I'm concerned, as an SMC trader, all right, what I will now do is wait for price to get to this point. All right. Wait for price to get to this level. Or another thing for you to use to confirm your entry is another tool that we call Fibonacci retracement level. All right, Fibonacci retracement tool. Start from the top where it created double top, drag it down to this candle. Let me take this one off so that you see. All right, drag it down, put the 0% here, then the 100% on top, then wait. If price gets to this 79.0 and you see that there's a pin bar, it will break above but close below. There's a pin bar here, or it gives you a pattern that I've just mentioned before, the evening star pattern. All right, once it gives you that, or just a candle, a bullish candle with a bearish engulfing candle, meaning that the bearish candle will now engulf the bullish candle. Once that happens, allow that bearish engulfing candle to close, then enter the next bar market. Target this level. All right, this level is your target. Or you target this level, you can see you target this level negative 27. Once you target those levels, as a matter of fact, for you to be on safe side, because what kills traders, or what happens to trader mostly, is greed. All right, if price should tap you in from here, the next take profit target should be your support level, which is this level. All right, Do take your profit here. All right? That's all. If you look at it a little below above this level to give room for your trade to play out. All right? That is that. As far as I'm concerned, these pairs are on GU, that is GBP USD. I am looking to short the market. Why? Because price, with the current situation of the price action, it has given us a double tops. That is a sign of reversal. All right? That is how we trade. A double top, all right, is a sign of reversal. Now, when that is given, price will push away, fine. Allow price to come back to retest it. That is how I trade. I will wait patiently for price to come back to retest this level. Then, if it breaks, I'll wait for price to break out of this level, come back to retest this level. Now, the resistance will now turn to support. Then once I see change of character, if you want to know when price action is changing character, you can as well scale down a little to 15 minutes. You see that 15 minutes that is been bearish has now changed character. What does change character means, guys? Change character simply means this is a bearish trend. All right. Now this is the last. This is the last resistance level. Price will come down here. It's supposed to get to this point, all right, then break this place. But what will now happen? Price will get to this point, stop here, all right, stop here. Then, as soon as price push a little up, it comes down again, breaks this place. Once it breaks this place, guys, this is what we refer as what? Neckline. Once this neckline is broken, all right, once this neckline is broken, all right, this is change of character. Then you will now see price come back to retest the neckline, your entry. Then you now start seeing break of structure. All right, you now start seeing, let me remove this one. You now start seeing break of structure. When it come back, retest this neckline, you see break of structure to the upside. Like this, like this, like this, like this. Now it has created a double bottom here. So that is it. Once you see something like this, all right, on the higher time frame, it might not show immediately, but you can scale down to check to know whether the trend uh, has changed character. Once you see that change of character, guys, if your entry time is what is like me, I take my trade, the least is 1 hour. I'll wait for 1 hour to change character. And once 1 hour change character, as it pull back, I enter, I join the train or I join the trade. I beg your pardon. So that is my analysis for today. I am just waiting for price to get to this point. Then once it gets to this point and I see candlestick patterns that will give me an entry, then I join the trade, push to the downside, take my profit at this reversal level, which is what? The next support level. So guys, thank you so much. This is the analysis for this week. Comment, share, and subscribe. If you have anything, any personal lectures or coaching that you need, please DM me. Send me a mail. Go to my website and don't forget, go to factory